When I pulled down my shorts today, that was Thank you.
End of the world as we know it, and I feel fine.
See Wolfwood? See Jeff Nimoy. And then they gave me this. Quentin Flynn and Jeff Nimoy gave me this, and then they signed it. It's for their show, their online show, Adventures in Anime, which they premiered at ASAN, which was pretty much amazing. I'm actually also going to be in Adventures in Anime. Not like personally, but the panel that I was at, they filmed. And my voice was totally shot within like the first 10 minutes of the panel, because we did a few takes of us screaming, "Welcome to Chicago, this is Adventures in Anime," and they just kept wanting to get different takes. And yeah, so my voice was shot by the first 10 minutes of that panel, but it was awesome. Now here's some more of that panel. Chip, I have one thing to say though, real fast. I did get a shot of him pulling down his pants to show us his boxers, and I thought, oh my god, Chip's gonna love it! And then my DVD. So I had to re-render my DVD, which meant I lost everything from the thing before. So, I'm sorry, but it didn't work out. So you just get to see when he says that when I pulled down my shorts, and pulled down for my shorts, that was pretty embarrassing. But anyway, so here's more of that panel.
Back to number 2. If you were a chocolate cake.
My wildest fantasy?
Well,
There's a t-shirt.
I'm going to answer the question that I heard, which is, if you were a treat, what kind of treat would you be?
Treat or treat?
No, treat. Oh, you said tree, I heard, but in my mind, treat, because I have an answer for that. I would say, if I was a treat, I would be a marathon bar. And that way you could enjoy me a long time.
Well, if I was a treat, I'd be a Snickers bar, because you couldn't stop laughing after.
It's a hell of a pun.
But Snickers really satisfies.
Get mocked by your fans.
I'm still trying to figure out my wildest fantasy to answer your question. Still trying to figure it out.
I figured it out, but you're going to have to figure it out yourself when you turn 18.
There you go. All right, what's your question?
This is for Jeff. If you were a Digimon, which one would you be besides Tentamon, Kabuterimon, or Megacon?
Or the others I played, yeah. I was a Roachmon as well, yeah. Roachmon, yeah. Well, I actually I auditioned for Matt, the part of Matt, yeah.
Really? Wow.
But I didn't get it.
And then things got just a little musical.
It was 2 years ago. It was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And we just burst into song. We had no idea it would be all over YouTube. Like, it didn't even take an hour, and it was up on YouTube.
Yeah, I think this time it's going to take about 3 seconds, and she's recording right now.
And we were talking about the Paul McCartney movie you did.
That's right. It was called My Dinner with Jimmy, and the director, or the writer's name was Howard Kalin, who was the lead singer of the Turtles. And the Turtles had a hit with Happy Together.
Take two.
Imagine me and you, I do. I think about you day and night. It's only right to think about the good love and all the time. So happy together. I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. When you're near me, baby, the skies will be blue for all my life. I do. No matter how it costs, it's nice to be the only one for me is you. So happy together. together. We're happy together. So happy together.
Now, speaking of musical, they have a Yowie song that I think you would absolutely love. But I wanted to make sure that I had enough time for the moment that you've been waiting for. So I decided to not videotape it, but I have given a link in the description, so check it out and listen. It's so funny, and he talks about Wolfwood a couple times in it, so it's really funny. Other than that, I guess this must be the moment that you've been waiting for. Chip, here's Wolfwood. Just kidding. Actually, what I was going to do, there was this really good Wolfwood cosplay. That wasn't it. That was just the best Wolfwood cosplay that I've ever seen. But there was a really good one at ASEN that I was trying to get a hold of to make a video message to you, and then I was going to use that as a cruel and unusual joke. However, I really do have a video message from Jeff Nimoy, and here it is. Short, sweet, and to the point, and not as fangirly as Scott McNeil's, but it was still pretty happy.
Hi, Chip. This is Jeff Nimoy, Wolfwood from Trigun. How are you? Good to see you. Bye.
And now we have something very serious to talk about. I needed to tell you something very important that I think could change things immensely. You know, I could wait until June and we could talk about this over MSN, but I just can't wait. And I know it's gonna suck to hear this in front of all of YouTube, all 13 subscribers that we have, and most of them being our friends, but Chip, crap, this is really hard for me to say, but after some considerations and some definite thinking about how this could affect us, I realized that I have to say something, and it might freak you out and it might hurt your feelings. I have fallen for Jeff Nimoy. After meeting him at ASEN, he is like the nicest guy, other than Scott and Vic, that I have ever met in my entire life. Matter of fact, he set aside his entire con schedule just so he could make sure that everybody at his panel got signed. He made them, like, that's where we were, we were, me and this girl that I was hanging out with, we both kind of obsessed over Trigun. But anyway, they had us moved into a fire exit, a fire lane, just so that Jeff could make sure that he kept his promise. Because he said at the end of the panel that I promise everybody will get signed. Nobody will leave here and not have a signature from us. So I thought that was absolutely amazing, and he's so funny in person and so nice in person, and he gives really good hugs. Not as good as Scott or Vic, or Kyle, but he's like the fourth best hugger ever, and I am so, like, I'm not asking for you to take him off your list to put him on mine, that would be okay, but I know that's not going to happen because you already did that already. I think, isn't that going to happen with Dan? Didn't I call Dan? Anyway. But I do wish for glomping rights of Jeff Nimoy now because, well, I've already kind of sort of glomped him. Well, actually it was a hug, but still. But yes, I know this will change things. And yeah, that was a complete and utter fake out. But I don't care. Jeff Nimoy, he makes me happy.